Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to the trade room. And today we are here to talk about DeFi Kingdoms. It's a play to earn game. Right now, if we're looking at the current cryptocurrency ecosystem, we're seeing what's happening now in Q4 as Bitcoin starts to appreciate in price, going towards that all-time high of 65K. We're seeing some of our bags move. We're seeing some of our bags kind of lag behind. What's not lagging behind is the growth of play to earn games and DeFi games in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Now, I'm using DApp Radar here, and we're going to talk about the ecosystem before we even jump into DeFi Kingdoms. But what we can see here is on that radar, the top blockchain games, when we look at the high ranking here, we have Spellfire, Splinterlands, interesting games. Everyone is probably most aware of Axie Infinity, Crypto Mines. Upland is cool too, but we have what's ranked the number 15 here is DeFi Kingdoms. Now, Ethereum provides gaming, EOS, Tron, Ontology. Some of these platforms here, Polygon, Matic, we know Matic, Near. Some of these ecosystems provide some of the best games. But when you understand that DeFi Kingdoms is a part of the Harmony and is one of the first games in the Harmony One blockchain ecosystem, it is currently the number one game there. Now the Harmony One blockchain. The Harmony One blockchain is, it's a scaling cross-chain Ethereum application solution, and it promises, 2-second transaction finality, and 100 times lower fees. So, kind of like not as good of a version of XRP, but its services are being used. Now, when we talk about the actual token that's a part of that blockchain, because every blockchain, mostly all blockchains have their own token, what we need to understand here is there are two ecosystems here. There's the Harmony One blockchain and its ecosystem, but then there's DeFi Kingdoms, which lives on the Harmony One blockchain and uses that 2-second finality to be able to make their fees for their game very, very cheap. Unlike Ethereum, who their gas fees are very, very high. Now, all I want you guys to understand here is the price movement here. What we're looking at is from the time of February 2021, and we can see that down here. From about February 2021, when it started its impulse here, it took about, let's see, to the very top here, it took about 56 days for this thing to go up 1,814%. It did that in February of this year. Now, it formed here, the price movement got rejected here at the point 22 fib here, or at the 1 fib here. And what it's created now for about a 6-month period, which is something that's one of the easiest to see within charting, is it's created this cup and handle here. All right, and it broke out of the handle, and now it's playing these games here where it's probably gonna go very parabolic with a possible upside of just a token, a possible upside of about $93. So I just wanted to quickly go over that to understand what the Harmony One ecosystem is and the entire gaming ecosystem and where DeFi Kingdoms ranks in between that before we even go and we talk about anything else. So if you stayed for this period of time, I appreciate it. Again, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you the best parts of this current breakdown of DeFi Kingdoms. Because what I know you really want to know is, okay, how do I play and how do I earn? That's really what you want to know, the gist of it, right? So how do I play and how do I earn? Now, what I'll hit you with is DeFi Kingdoms. What is it? You might ask what it is. Well, DeFi Kingdoms is a game, a DEX, a liquidity pool opportunity, a market for rare utility driven NFTs, and it all plays out seamlessly in an incredibly nostalgic form of fantasy pixel art. We're excited to release the DeFi Kingdoms universe to the world. Come join our lovely community. So, just to break that down in simpler terms, this is basically like Zelda. Okay, if you've ever played Zelda, where it has those type of games where you have your character moving around. The only difference is it's a DeFi game, right? So there's an incentive where, hey, if you play, let's say Zelda, you get to earn. It's also a DEX, a decentralized exchange. They have different tokens there, and I'll show you a little later down the line. Just like Coinbase, just like Bitrue, just like KuCoin, you can just go ahead and trade whatever token you want to for it. It's a liquidity pool opportunity. So you get percentage back from being able to store your crypto, either the jewel token that's for the game or any other token that you might want to put in there. And it's a market for rare driven NFTs. So the characters that you have in these games, some of them are NFTs, and you get to utilize those NFTs. So not just like our NFT where somebody created it and it ran up in price. The value of these NFTs are based upon what's going on within the ecosystem. Again, answering your question of how do I play and how do I earn, it's important for you to at least understand what this game provides. Now, what's most important to me is for you to understand the ecosystem, but also just for you to understand why this thing makes sense. What are the economics? And it's important to understand where we are in the game right now. So far, the roadmap, which tells you what's coming within the game, we are only two phases within this roadmap. It is pretty early within this game. And we have what's coming up next, which is Heroes, the actual NFTs, which have started to be released, but also more importantly, the Quest, which we will be able to see what those NFTs are able to do and how you're able to do what earn from those NFTs. So let's go right into the actual game within itself. And I'm just gonna break down the economics of this game or slash the tokenomics of this game and how the game allows you to earn. So in order for a play to earn, in order for a play to earn to do really, really good, right? And we'll go back here. In order for these guys to be where they are here, they have to give you enough incentives for a large amount of people to say, hey, this thing makes sense for us to partake in. At the end of the day, it has to make sense. And this is going to be the sense that I'm going to be explaining here. All right, so what's the gameplay, right? What's the gameplay? And the gameplay will allow you to see what the tokenomics are, what the economics are, and what the fun-nomics are, right? The fun-nomics. So we will start at the marketplace. I explained the marketplace a little bit earlier when I was looking through the documents. You have the DEX, the decentralized exchange. You can come here and you can say, hey, I have, let's say, US dollars, right? I don't have any more US dollars right now because I used it, but let's say I have US dollars. I want you to give me, let's say, Jewel, which is the token that is associated with this ecosystem. And so for $2.14, I can get just about half of a jewel. And that is the case because each jewel token, the token that goes with the game, is about $3.50 right now. So this is just to explain the DEX. You can come here and you can grab whatever you want with US dollars or whatever you decide to hold there. I can even get Ethereum if I want through this what? This decentralized exchange that's associated or attached to this game. All right. You have your Druid here with it, which you can do other things, but I won't delve too much into that. All right. So you have your marketplace, and then let's say, oh, well, you have your bank. What is your bank? Well, your bank is where you can go to your teller, and what you can do is you can deposit your jewel tokens in here to be able to get a percentage yield back. So if you make use of this bank here, for every jewel that you have in there, you're going to be getting a ratio of about 0.15 or 1.518 joule back, and it just accumulates over time. And so, okay, that's pretty cool. You give me a marketplace, you give me a bank. Well, what else do you give me for a game like this? Well, we're also going to give you a gardens, and this is where the liquidity pool opportunity comes in. This is the craziest part of this game here. Actually, it might not be, but let's just look at this here. This gardens, it allows you to do what? It allows you to put your jewel tokens or your Ethereum or your potions or any other thing that comes with this game or is available in the crypto land. It allows you to put them together, and for being able to put them together for to provide liquidity, and right now it's about 163 million dollars in liquidity right now. For being able to provide that liquidity, they will give you a percentage back, and it will sit there for hours, for days, for weeks, and it will just accumulate for as long as you, the investor, are willing to let it accumulate. Let's check it out here. I'm getting 4,000 APR percent back, and they're giving me that percent back in jewels. So they're not giving it back to me in US dollars. They're giving it back to me in jewels. And again, each jewel is currently worth about $3.58. And so I have one pool where that's happening, where I've accumulated what seems to be about 95 US dollars. I have another pool here that's accumulating as well. That's collected about 290 US dollars worth of jewel. Another pool here that's accumulating 2,763% back and accumulating free jewels. So that was just to give you an example of what this gardens can kind of do as it sits here. Now, when we head back over to the map, okay, well, they have three things that's working out for me. What else do you have here? Well, I have the portal, and this portal area is where I can summon my NFTs. So these NFTs are being summoned here, and that's where the value comes in. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It's not gifted to you. You have to summon them, and you have to have a certain amount of things in order to summon them. You can see how everything you do in this ecosystem requires you to be able to functionally build value. And so all you have is value, more value in the bank, more value in the professions. And then you also have your tavern here where you're able to come here and look at different um, NFTs, look at different heroes, send your hero, things of that nature. And I want to give you guys a chance to at least see my heroes here. There you go. So these are my heroes, okay? What I have here is a Gen 1 thief and a Gen 1 priest. And they have stats behind them, and they are a miner. So the craziest thing, I can't believe this. If you have stayed this far, the craziest thing that I'm about to show you is what's coming up next. The craziest thing is I have NFTs, whether I bought them, whether I summoned them, whatever I did to get these NFTs. And then I have two Gen 2s here as well. I have one that's a miner and another one that's a miner. Well, now, why is this important? Why is it important that my NFT is labeled a miner? Well, it is very important that my NFT is labeled a miner because, as I said before, I have been in the gardens and I've been using the gardens to get this high yield interest of jewels, which they're giving me for free just for providing liquidity. These jewels that are building up, I am not receiving all of them for free and able to sell all of them immediately. That is not a good structure for an ecosystem to work out well. So I want to go to let's say my biggest pool here. Yeah. So you can see here, I have unlocked jewels. That's 30 jewels, but I have 148 locked jewels, and it's always more because the ratio is every week is kind of divvied up where maybe you have 80% one week on one epoch, that's locked up, and then you have 10% on one epoch that's allowed to be opened, for you to pick up. But each week that ratio opens up more and more and more, and you get to keep more and more of your lock jewels as unlocked jewels. But not only that, you'll see here that I have currently accumulated about $10,000 in locked jewels, which means this was not money that I put into the game. It is money and value and locked jewels that they're offering me for free. The general consensus behind this is that you cannot collect on this until July of 2022. Right now, it's October, or I'm sorry, yeah, it is October of 2021. So they're telling me, hey, it'll be about 6 months, it'll be about 5 months, it'll be about 7 months until you can collect these locked jewels. This type of thing in this gaming ecosystem helps people who get in early to be able to store a lot of wealth, but it allows newcomers to not have to come in and have what whales dump on them, have the price move down dramatically because people have accumulated a lot and they are dumping on new people that are showing up. So this locked system is genius because it promotes health within the ecosystem. Now, why is my NFT important to this? Why are my two minor NFTs important to this? Because I can go over to the professions, and if I've been collecting enough NFTs, I can put them all to work. I can give my NFTs jobs based upon what type of NFTs they are. So, again, I mentioned earlier that I have two NFTs that are minors, and they refuse to show up right now, so I'm going to ignore them. But I can put those two miners to work and I can have those miners do what? Unlock my locked jewels. They can start unlocking these locked jewels that I cannot collect until July of 2022. So you can see how these NFTs start to get real use cases once you build the proper ecosystem and you incentivize the users to continue to use those value within the ecosystem. So basically, my game plan and what I'm looking to do over the next 3 to 5 months is to continue to utilize the gardens, continue to get these free yields, continue to get my jewels, continue to get my NFTs, and work on unlocking my free jewels as soon as possible. So that's the power really there, the tokenomics, the economics, the fun-nomics, because honestly, this is actually really, really fun. And I told you if you stayed to the very end, you're gonna see the best part of this. The best part of what's going on here is it is still early. And why is it still early? It is still early because the actual gaming has not begun yet. They're just now checking off and going to be starting the quest pretty soon. They're going to be opening the tavern, the marketplace to buy NFTs pretty soon. They're going to be doing land auctions, and the land is actually going to be one of the most valuable things in the actual game. They're also going to be doing buildings, right? So there's a lot of phases to this. And if you're able to get in, whether it's now, and place yourself in a position, then we understand that what the next crypto cycle, you should be able to accumulate enough of these free assets with these high yields in order to be able to add to your net worth or whatever way you accumulate wealth through these DeFi games. So the incentive is within the community. The incentive is within being able to play within this ecosystem and use your value within this ecosystem while interacting with other gamers and receiving something back. And so the one token is at 23 cents. The jewel token is at $3.60. $0.07. And just to see what's really been happening to the Jewel token, we can see here that on September 21st, the Jewel token was at about $1, right? Even at a low of about 95 cents. And it's gone pretty parabolic over the last few weeks or so going into the month. And it seems to have cooled off from a high of about 445 and kind of cooled off here and fell here to this $3 region. So I'm expecting a lot of big things from Jewel. I'll probably be doing some more videos, but I do think Jewel token has an upside of about $30 to $50. So that is still at least, even if you're using the Gardens to collect free Jewel, that is still at least a 15x, a 10 to 15x possible here for you to be able to put your money and your value somewhere else for it to work for you. You can always follow their Twitter page here. The Twitter page has been growing. When I saw it, it was around like 3,000 followers. They do a lot of free giveaways. I actually won one of these. I could not believe it. I was playing for 8 weeks and nothing was happening, and I won one of these. And the crazy thing is, once you actually win one of these, you get 300 jewels. Are you kidding me? That's like $1,200 and 20 tiers, which are the same tiers that you need to mint your NFTs within the game. So it was just incredible what these guys are doing. DeFi Kingdoms, Harmony One blockchain, and everything that's going on there. When we talk about gaming, gaming is going crazy right now. So if you're looking for a place, a position in gaming, you just gotta go ahead and say, F it. I'm gonna throw 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever you want to throw in is whatever you're gonna get back. But you can use something like DAP Radar, see all the possible games that's out there, see the ones that fit you, and it's really a why not situation. And you'll be able to have at least some guidance and going to do that. So that's what DeFi Kingdoms is. I hope I was able to explain the how to play and the how to earn. I know that's the most important things. I could get into a lot of other things, but I'm trying to make my videos not as long. So I'll cut everything off here. I personally am loving this game. I'm seeing the growth of this game, and I'm seeing the growth of the play to earn ecosystem. Peace, and I'll see you guys later.